Genesis chapter 2, verse 21. Kai epebalen hatheas ekstasin, epitan Adam, kai hypnosin, kai elaben mienton pluron autu, kai aneplerosin sarka ant altes. Well, there's a handful of moving parts in this verse, but let's begin with the first verb, which is epebalo. You see this is a familiar verb, balo, to throw or something along those lines. As a compound here with a prepositional prefix. Notice that there's an epsilon after that and third singular ending, and we've dropped an L because that's how this works in the aorist. So this is a third singular aorist, active indicative. So to place upon, and here it's God as the nominative who is placing upon something. And what exactly is he placing? The main verb here, the accusative, is ekstasin or ekstasis, which is the nominative form. So what exactly is that word? Well, the Hebrew under the hood is deep sleep. But that's certainly not what ekstasis means. So let's look it up in a lexicon. We've seen Muriaka's Greek-English lexicon of the Septuagint in some prior videos, and here's how he defines this word: loss of mental equilibrium or displacement of mind. He uses that scene with Abram in Genesis 15 as an example. We'll get to that down the road, but he does include Adam here in 2:21. But I'm not sure I necessarily love that gloss or that definition here because, again, as we'll see here in a second, Adam falls asleep. Some lexicons like Liddell Scott Jones will give you trance as an option. I probably like that better. I would lean in that direction. But there's some sort of mental state of ecstasy, really, in our English cognate for what's going on with Adam here. And it's epiton Adam, or Adam. And epi here is kind of repeating the prepositional prefix from epibalo. That's pretty normal in the Greek New Testament and the Septuagint. You'll see that quite a bit where you might have a compound verb with a built-in preposition and then that very same preposition repeated. So in some sense you could say, and God placed trance upon Adam, if you will. But you wouldn't translate it that way. But that's what's going on in Greek. And what does Adam do? He sleeps. Hypnosin is from hypnao. That does mean sleep. It's with the sigma and the third singular ending, third singular aorist active indicative. There's no lengthening on the front end in this case because the epsilon just sort of stays strong. Now, what does God do in the meantime while Adam is sleeping? He elabens something. This is from lambano, although it's dropped down in the irregular aorist form to lab. You see an epsilon on the front end. En ending. This is yet again a third singular aorist active indicative because these aorists are driving the action forward. And he takes one. Notice this is the feminine form of the number one. But why is it feminine if Adam is masculine? Well, it's one of the pluron. And plura, you can tell with the alpha ending. The EIR rule, the rho is going to be followed by an alpha. This is the word for a rib, and it is feminine. And so you have a nice matching of gender there, and it's one of his ribs. But notice here it's plural, so it's one of his ribs. And so what does God do? Having taken out one of Adam's ribs, he anapleiraos it. Notice this is yet again another familiar verb, pleirao, to fill. Ana means to fill up, perhaps. And so again, third singular ending, epsilon after the prepositional prefix, another third singular aorist active indicative. God fills up flesh, ant altes, in place of it. The alte here, once again, which is feminine, is pointing back to this rib that's been taken out that is feminine as well. So God fills up that spot with flesh. Now, you may be wondering what's going on with the anti here. Notice it does drop an I because of the vowel after, but anti in English, of course, means against. But in Greek, anti typically means in place of. And so he's closing up that place where the rib has been removed. So this is Genesis 2, verse 21.